see that? This thing is about to round up over here, baby. 107, 104, in the 4. Okay, let's check. Got a lot of time. But just remember, we got 2 assassins. 2, Kyrie and Luka. In the end, the game will come down to, in the end, our assassins will assassinate. That's what they do. It's going crazy in here, y'all. Luka and Kyrie, back to back. I'ma call them daggers. Daggers. Yes, baby. There he is, baby. Boy, that is 3. Now, let me talk to you about that game, man. I went to that game last night, and it was a great environment. I can't tell you, man, these 4 teams or 4 cities right now that are enjoying these playoff games, the environment is so incredible. It is so incredible. Every shot, every basket that shot in the game when you're there, it's yeah. You know how the Bible says, whenever 2 or 3 are gathered, I'm in the midst. There's a power in unity that's out of mind. And in that Maverick game, every time Luke or Kyrie, somebody make a basket, the whole crowd, I mean, every basket count. It go, whoa! It's so intense. It's so insane. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. You can literally feel the power in those arenas. So those 4 cities, boy, you're getting a treat. I also need to do this. I must apologize to the Indiana Pacers. I thought it was a foregone conclusion that you were going to get swept. The series were over. And I still think that. I wasn't wrong. But I am going to say I apologize because you showed more dog than I gave you credit for. That game 3 was a fight. You should have won that game. You had it. And I thought you were going to lay down. I thought you had already sent your plans to Cancun. You know what I mean? Ready to rock out, get you a Mai Tai, and do you some things. You know what I'm saying? But you did not. You showed up and played hard. And it makes me think now, I know I called it a sweep, and I believe it still will be, but I want to see what Indiana does tonight. I want to see what they do on this holiday. Boston is the kind of team, honestly, game 3, you caught them sleeping. You can catch Boston sleeping. And their big 2, and I'll talk about their big 2 in a minute, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, you can catch them sleeping. And Indiana may catch them sleeping and win one. And then Boston will close out at home. I believe that's a possibility. I wouldn't change it. I'm not telling you to change a bet if you made a bet. Even though I really like being able to tell you about bets now too, that I couldn't do that before. But now that I'm not working with the NFL, I can talk about betting. We can talk those talks. So yeah. But I'm telling you, tonight is a tricky game. Tonight will be a tricky game for the Celtics. And I want to see something. I'm looking at the Celtics tonight to see what kind of matchup they will be for the Mavericks. You see, because I like the Celtics two closers. I like the closers. But I like the Mavericks closers better. I like Tatum, I like Brown, but I'm going to take Luka and Kyrie when it comes to closing even more. And if you notice, I told you before, these games come down to who makes the plays down the stretch. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That Maverick game was insane. Let me tell you people too now. Everybody, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere I go, all on my social media, and I appreciate you guys sending it to me. Everything is 77 and 11. Michael, 77 and 11. Everybody's bringing it back. It's so funny. We were yelling that in the arena last night. We will be yelling it Tuesday night. I will be there. I will be there for game 4 for that sweep, because I do believe the Mavericks are going to make that sweep and sweep complete. They're going to make that sweep and sweep complete because they got those two closers. My only concern, and I haven't heard anything yet, and I'm watching it closely, and I saw the difference when he went out the game, is Derek Lively. I need Lively back. We need that beast. Man, the Mavericks, I'm gonna tell y'all, they got some long, athletic players. Those dudes long, they athletic, they hustle, they play great defense, and then they got the best two closers in the National Basketball Association right now. Here is where my mind went last night as I'm watching them alternate assassins. Hey, here you go, Kyrie. Go and assassinate. Boom! 3-pointer. And then he comes back. Hey, here you go, Luka. Go and assassinate. Boom! From the logo. Luka from the logo. Drop 3. I mean, these guys were killing it last night. 11, 77, 77 in 11. Anytime we've had an Irvin in 88 in Dallas, we always produce those. That's all I'm saying. That's why 77 and 11, 11 and 77 is all over Dallas right now. There's one thing I want to close this with that I'm excited, but I needed to share this with you guys, and I was studying this. I thought this was interesting. Because even though I'm not working as much on national TV, regular TV during the off season, I see and listen and talk with guys, and I heard and I watched AE through this playoff series. I'm a huge fan of Anthony Edwards. Somebody tweeted at me the other day telling me, man, Anthony Edwards, don't he look like Mike Irvin? He looks like Mike Irvin's son. Now, I love my sons. I wanted to tweet back, I wish. I love Anthony. I wish he was my son also. You know what I'm saying? But he has some traits. He has some of those traits, and I love those traits on him. That means he's a hard worker. He's real about it. He loves it. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke with him. He's serious. He's real, and he wants to be the best. And I'm going to say this, and it's something very few people understand. Very few people understand. What he's going through right now, it's the best thing for him. I'm going to say that again. AE, who started these playoffs playing like he's an AI, is struggling against the Mavericks and about to get swept. AE, that we had everybody out here saying he is the next Michael Jordan, I saw last night looked like he was unsure of himself at times, is struggling mightily. And I'm going to say this again. It's the best thing for him. You see, People now are saying and placing such a lofty spot upon him. They're saying you can be and you will be, and he is the next Michael Jordan. You know the problem with that? Is people don't know what it takes to become a Michael Jordan. People don't know what it takes to go and do all that you gotta do to become a Michael Jordan. People only see the beauty of becoming the Michael Jordan. I will liken it to a tree. A tree. You only see the beauty of the tree. You only see the tree when it breaks ground and start rising up towards the sun, where it's just going to keep going high, and then it opens up all of its leaves and it blossoms in the great sun. That's what you see. But in order for that tree to go so high and blossom so beautifully in that bright sun, the part that you see, the tree had to do a whole lot of work before that and go through a whole lot of pain before that by digging down in the dark, in the dirt, in the root. Digging down in the dark, in the dirt, roots. You see, you must go down first. And the deeper you go down will equate to the height that you will rise. A sweep of Minnesota by the Dallas Mavericks with this young man struggling like this, he is going to go down. All season, he will talk about how he had a great season, but the only thing he will focus on is that last series. And oh my God, he'll take his pillow, he'll take his blankie, and he will sleep in the gym. And that's what it's going to take to get up to a Michael Jordan. I will make this tantamount equal to when I watched Kobe Bryant shoot that air ball in that playoff game, and everybody looked at him. I first said, oh my God, what gall it takes to shoot that air ball in that situation, and you just got out of high school. What gall? But the failure of it and the criticism from it is what built the greatness that we know as the Black Mamba. That whole offseason, I guarantee you, he worked, he said it'll never happen again. Those who laugh, I will make cry. I'm gonna show you I'm going to be the greatest. And his roots kept digging, and then his tree got to growing, and we see the greatness that Kobe is. I profess, I confess, I place it to you. This is what's going to help AE become that AI like Michael Jordan. Most of the time, I drop this on you. We all reach our greatest promise, running from our greatest pain. This will be his greatest pain, and he will reach his greatest promise in about 3 years, because for the next 3 years at least, we gonna be AE or Michael Jordan. You remember Michael Jordan, right? He had Detroit. AE, Anthony Edwards, Dallas. We gonna be your Detroit for about 3 years. And then in 3 years, you might be too much for anybody, because that's about the time Michael Jordan will start hatching up out the egg. And ain't nobody gonna be able to beat him there. I'm just telling you, that's me. Remember now, this kind of stuff, I can tell you, you can take that to the bank.